Keith, do you think that they can win the group? Can they win that last game?
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt, yeah. I think they should kick on from this. Players have to find... You mentioned about Ozil, was he brave? I thought he was absolutely brave in his team selection first and foremost. Then the bravery kicking on in terms of his substitutions. You can only do so much as a manager, as a head coach, in terms of tactically. It's very much dependent on the players going out and performing. They get into the right areas time and time again. The players are struggling. They are going through a little bit of a crisis in terms of confidence, maybe the togetherness. The Confederations Cup team of last year, some of those may well feel that they should be given a shot at the title, where the serial winners that have been there for 4, 6, 10 years, whatever it's been, since the senior players, maybe they don't feel they should be in ahead of them. And he's had to make some tough calls, because this is a group of players that he's obviously had for a long, long time. I expect him to win the last game. Whether that'll be enough to win the group, I'm not so sure, because Mexico have done very well so far. Yeah, they have. And it's incredible, though, Didi. One result can turn everything. OK, both of you and all of you have said huge cracks to be papered over, maybe, and there is still a lot of things that they can work on. But all of a sudden, if they go and win the group, they avoid Brazil, they've got an easier path. And, you know, I guess you never know when it's knockout football.
Well, you could end up winning the group. And if Switzerland outscore Brazil in the last game, you may still face them if Brazil were to finish second in the group. So a lot of permutation, we don't know about it. But yes, you're right. I think if you go back in World Cup history, I think there's always been one game in a tournament where you say this was a turning point. We may as well have seen it. You know, if they were to go deep in the tournament, which I still got my doubts or huge doubts about it, you know, but we'll be looking back and say this was the goal that really galvanised their team and really put him back on track. And you can only do so much. You know, today, I think it'll give him huge belief as well, because I think leading up to this game today, I think they only won one game out of the last 7. So even though these are top-class players playing for the biggest clubs, if you go through a spell for a long time where you don't really play well and don't get the results, you start questioning yourself. And I think, you know, for morale, for confidence, for their self-belief, it would have done them the world of good, because at half-time, I don't think there were too many people who would have said, I fancy them to get 2 goals here. How they did it, I do not know, but they did. And I think that's the main thing, and this is why they're still alive.
Oh, to be in Mesut Ozil's head tonight, Keith, because how must he be feeling seeing them winning without him today and knowing that his position in the team he doesn't quite know?
Well, he started every single major game, every Championship, Euros, World Cup, under Jogi Löw. So that will be one hell of a kick in the for Mesut Ozil, but it was the right call, in my opinion. They had to play with more energy. Diddy was crying out for rice last week against Mexico, stuck by Draxler, who had a very good Confederations Cup last year. He felt what he felt was the right team to go with for this game. Ozil clearly didn't fit into that, and you can't say they missed him tonight. So where he comes back into this, when, how... Look, if a team is camped out and they have them on the edge of the box, like at times tonight against Sweden, I think he can be useful if he has clear runners and energy off that. But at times he's a luxury.